Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our early morning yoga session. So we're going to begin, we're going to take a step away from what we did last week, and I'd like to work a bit more with the Sun Salutation this week. We'll take it really slowly, it'll be very gentle. I'm working on this upflow as we inhale, exhale, downflow, and use that to start informing our movement this week. So we're going to actually begin in wide-kneed child's posture. We'll get the body nice and warm, and then we'll come through the Sun Salutations. So if you can take your positions, as always, be mindful of your bodies, don't push anything to strain, and I will join you there. So knees as wide as the mat, and we can take a moment to arrive, so keeping your chest up, your head up. We can wiggle side to side through the pelvis, ease the groins, the hip flexors, and slowly bringing yourself down to the floor. And eventually finding the forehead down, the elbows are down, and we'll breathe here. So bringing your awareness to the movement of the breath on the body. So rather than the breath itself, we're going to watch the effects of the breath. So this may be the shoulder blades moving apart, the armpits opening, the ribs reaching down, maybe the pelvis rocking, the fingertip pads swaying forwards and back. And now from here, feeling as we inhale, that gentle sense of lift, or the upflow we've been calling it. So it will present differently in this posture, but see how it feels for you. So we inhale, there's an upflow. And exhale, there's a softening downflow. So without adding to this, we just want to witness it. And we're going to try and ride these waves of the breath to inform our movement, our practice. If you'd like to set an intention for your class today, you can draw this to mind now. So this can be a person, a situation, or just people in general if you're working on compassion. And maybe it's yourself. So dedicating your practice to yourself. Wonderful. So we're going to start to move by taking our side stretches here. But before we do, we're going to see if we can use the inhale to be the impulse to move our body. So we're going to take an inhale and then walk our hands to the right side. So inhaling, let it raise the body, lift the torso, and then as you exhale, finding your stretch. So you'll feel a stretch maybe in the tricep, armpit, intercostal muscles, and side waist. And again, reconnect to the inhale, the sense of lift in the body. And exhale, there's a softening. I often get the image of like an amoeba or a coral when I'm in these postures doing this exercise. The gentle swaying with the flow of the sea. Riding the breath, using it to come deeper into your postures. And your next inhale, let that be the impulse to walk over to the left side. And as you exhale, you land and soften. And so if you haven't already, we're drawing out the breath, so moving away from our natural breathing cycle into a more formal yogic breath. And the next time you inhale, walking back to center. Yeah, now we're going to engage the arms, so pressing into the palms, you should feel you can push your pelvis more back towards the heels. And so now we're constricting the back line of the body, so there are muscles involved now. And where does the breath go? So finding the softness. So the breath should have the same quality. We don't want to stiffen up. Find room for the breath. Wonderful. So we're going to inhale to float up to tabletop, but again, let's start the inhale first, and then let the lift, the upflow, lift the body. So inhaling. And set up your tabletop posture. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll take a moment here, find our neutral pelvis. It may not be where you think it is, so we'll rock the pelvis forwards and back until you feel the spine is long, tailbone to the head. And just be aware if you're looking forward, you should be looking down between the hands, roughly around between the thumbs, so the neck is long. And we're going to take our cow and cat postures from here. So we're using the breath again. So it's the inhale begins first, the uplift lifts the front edge of the spine. We drop the belly, drop the chest, gaze forward, and exhale, down flow. This is a folding inwards. And following your breath, inhale, upflow, and exhale, downflow. Once again, practicing with your eyes closed if this is possible for you. When we remove the visual, it allows for greater depth of sensation from the body, greater connection to the breath. We'll take one more of each, inflow. So inhale, upflow. And exhale, contraction and downflow, folding inwards. And we'll come back to a neutral spine. We're going to take our arm and leg raises here. So we're going to inhale, float the right arm, left leg. And we're going to pause here. So now this inflows. Inhale, upflow. You're going to flow upwards all the way from the heel to the fingertips. So that sense of lift. And as you exhale, there is a softening. We don't want to collapse here. You have to resist slightly, but don't fight it too much. Inhale, upflow. And exhale, soften. One more of these. And exhale, ride the out breath, taking hand and knee down. Coming to the other side. Inhale, left arm, right leg. So reaching heel to fingertips. Inhale, there's a sense of growing through the body. Exhale, natural softening. Inhale for length. Exhale to soften. And one more time. And exhale, float the hand and knee down. We take another cow and cat, inhaling, dropping the belly, dropping the chest, gazing forward now. And exhale, rounding up into the spine. Coming back to neutral. We'll take our twist before we get up. So pressing into the left hand. So this inhale, let the flow enter the body and lift your chest open. And exhale, scooping down under the body. Come to land on your right shoulder. And if you don't have enough room to have the right shoulder down, you can release the left leg out like a bicycle stand. We'll open your pelvis. And breathing here. Rolling a bit more onto the right with each exhale. We'll take one more inhale, exhale here. And then on the inhale, we're going to uncurl. Let the lift of the body, lift of the breath, guide the movement. And exhale, hand is down. Coming to the other side. So inhale, left arm, sweep open, upflow. And exhale, soften down, sweep the arm under the body. Come to land on the shoulder and head. And with each exhale, use the softening to open all the muscles around the left shoulder blade. Again, you can release the right leg if you need more space. One more inhale, exhale here. And then pressing into the right hand. Inhale, let the upflow sweep open your chest, grow your body, and then place the left hand down. We're going to lean forwards now and tuck the toes and pushing back into the heels so that we can stretch the soles of the feet to the Achilles. And we're just breathing here. So we're working towards our first downward dog. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, send the hips high. And now we're going to walk through our dog. Do this really mindfully. Maintain your lovely long slow yogic breath. So bending one knee then the other. Maybe swaying the hips. Make any movements that serve your body on this day. And then we're going to settle into stillness. So we are going to take a leg raise each side. So your leg may only raise up an inch. So don't push anything, like I said, to strain. So just take a moment here. And now we're ready. So we're going to inhale, let the upflow lift the leg. And breathe. So the big toe may only be an inch off the floor. It's just that sense of lift. One more inhale. And exhale the softening back down. Coming to the left side. Inhale, float the left leg. One more breath here. And exhale to float it back down. We're going to walk up to the top of the mat. Coming to our forward fold. So feet can be wider than hip width here. Let the head be heavy, knees can be bent. And we're swaying left and right. Maybe straighten one leg then the other. Ease your body. And rather than looking at the floor, try and look back between the legs. Wonderful. And we're going to come to stillness. So we're going to take our slow roll up over 3 breaths, and we only move as we inhale and we pause as we exhale. We've done this before. So let the inhale upflow, roll the body up, and then pause to exhale. Inhale, rolling up a few inches, and pause to exhale. And inhale, rolling all the way up now, coming to standing. Hands to prayer at heart center, big toes touch, heels apart. And we're going to lift up under the buttocks, so get up on your legs. Pulling in the bandhas, so Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and a sense of lift from the heart at the front. So rather than trying to lift the spine, we lift the heart. Close the eyes here, take a moment, we just let the blood pressure settle. And then we're going to start our Sun Salutations. So we'll do a number of rounds today. We've only been doing one. And we'll go through the first time really slow with possible modifications, and then we'll speed up a touch and try and ride the wave of the breath to inform our movement. And we'll take one more inhale, exhale together. And we're ready to move. So we're inhaling, let the upflow of the breath lift the arms, gaze skyward. And as we exhale, we forward fold, maybe through bent legs. Pause in the forward fold for an inhale, exhale. And now we're inhaling, finding our first flat back. So fingertips can be to the floor, knees can be bent, hands can be to the knees. So take your variation, and we're going to pause here. Inhaling into the length of the spine, try and shine your heart forwards. And then as you exhale, let the body soften, so not fighting to stay high. One more inhale here. And exhale, stepping back with the right foot, taking the longest lunge you can. And then we're going to take the right knee, shin, top of the foot to the mat. And let's breathe here first, just to find compression of the hip, opening of the right hip flexor. Wonderful. So now taking the left hand to the left knee, right hand to the right hip. Let the inhale flow you up. So just to say, in any of these lunging positions, if you have pain in the right knee, or any of the knees that are back, if you take a cushion and just place it under the shin so that the knee is floating, then you're going to find this takes all the pressure out of the knee and maybe more accessible. Okay, so now we're here. So whether we're in this version of the lunge or with the knee off the floor, it's the same. So we're inhaling, find the sense of lift through the body, and exhale, softening down, let the pelvis fall down. So this is the same process we did in our meditation on Saturday. Inhale, sense of lift. Exhale, softening down. We're going to take one more here. So now this time the heart is going to lift up. So it's going to lift the sternum as we inhale, ride the inhale. And exhale, coming down with the hands to a high plank. So we'll set up our first high plank. So you're either pressing through the heels, knees up all the way to the crown of the head, or the knees are down. And you can take this variation throughout class. So I'll demonstrate with knees down. So we'll take one more inhale here, and exhale, softening down, ride that down flow onto the belly. Untuck the toes, we inhale, let the spine lengthen to our first back bend. You may be an inch off the floor, you may be several inches off the floor, but you want to breathe here and let the breath lift you and soften you. One more inhale, And exhaling. Now we're either coming back to the tabletop or we're untucking the toes, and sending the hips high to downward dog. So you have these two options. We'll take an inhale here and exhale, right foot forwards. So left knee, shin, top of the foot down. I'll do the cushion again just so you can see. So if you want support for that back knee, cushion is down under the shin. And we're breathing here. Now right hand, right knee, left hand, left hip, inhaling up. We'll breathe here, right hip back, left hip forward. Now ride that breath. So inhale, up flow. Exhale, a softening down. See if you can get some more opening in the pelvis. Inhale, up flow. Exhale to soften. And now the last breath. We inhale and lift the heart. So let the breath be the thing that lifts you. And then exhale, we step forward to our forward fold. Inhaling to our flat back. We'll hold the flat back just for one breath. Exhale, fold more deeply. And now taking the roll up again. So bending the knees, 3 breaths to come up. Inhale to move. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale to soften. And last time. Inhale, rolling up. Hands to heart center in prayer. So that's one side. So we're going to do 3 more rounds and we're going to move a touch quicker. But this is the level of sensitivity we want to the breath. And it will come and go, but let's try over the course of the next week to really develop this ability. And we're ready to move. Inhale, flowing up of energy. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back, 1 breath. And exhale, left foot back this time. Left knee, shin, top of the foot is down. We're going to pause here for 1 inhale. And then the next inhale flows the torso up. So now you can either take the hand to the knee and hip, or you can raise the arms beside the head. It's the same process. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften into your pelvis. We're going to take another inhale to lift the heart. And exhaling. Now we're coming to either tabletop or plank. So choose your variation. 1 inhale here. And exhale, chaturanga. Untucking the toes. Inhale, draw the chest through. We'll take an extra breath here. See how the body moves with the inhale, exhale. And now we're tucking the toes and either coming back to tabletop or to downward dog. Choose your variation. We take 1 more inhale here. Send the hips high. And exhale, left foot comes forward. Right knee, shin, top of the foot is down. Take a breath to set up your base. And now sweeping up with the arms, either hand on knee and hip or arms straight beside the head. We'll take 1 more inhale to lift your heart. Let the upflow lift you. And exhale to forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. And now our slow roll up. Bend the knees. Inhale to move. Pause for the exhale. Inhale to move. Pause to exhale. And last time, calming up to standing. Hands to heart center and press. So we're going to do right and left again, and we'll move quicker. So we're ready to go. Inhale, sweeping up, upflow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. And exhale, right foot back. Right knee, shin, top of the foot down, straight up. We inhale, arms beside the head. And we'll take 2 breaths here. 1 more inhale to lift your heart. And exhaling to tabletop or high plank. Hold the high plank or tabletop for the inhale. And exhale, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, inhale, drawing through. And exhale, hips high, downward dog or tabletop. We'll take just 1 inhale here. And exhale, right foot forwards. Left knee shin, top of the foot down. Inhale, sweeping up. 2 breaths here. Next, inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. And exhale, fold. And now bend the knees, gentle roll up, 3 breaths. Pause for the exhale. Inhale, rolling up. Pause for the exhale. Softening of the body. Inhale, rolling up. Hands to heart center. Last time, left side. Inhale, let it flow up through you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, left foot back. Left knee shin, top of the foot is down. We inhale, flow up. So we're blossoming around the breath, growing around the breath. We're going to take another inhale, lift your heart. And exhale to tabletop or high plank. 1 inhale here. Exhaling, chaturanga. Untucking the toes, drawing through to your back bend. And exhale either to tabletop or downward dog. Exhaling, left foot forwards. Right knee shin, top of the foot is down. Inhale, flow your body up. Pausing here. 1 more inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, fold. And we're going to take that slow roll up again. Bend the knees. Just move as you inhale. Exhale, pause. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale to pause. And last time, rolling up to standing. We'll take the hands to prayer heart center. Close the eyes. So feel the echoes of the postures in your body. So this may present as heat, a tingling, a warmth, a lightness, maybe even a tension. So this is how we turn our asana or our sun salutation into moving meditation. Wonderful. So I'll turn to face you for the next sequence. So we're going to do our balancing work for our calves and our twists. And we may even get a tree in there. Let's see how we do. So finding your feet, big toes touching, heels an inch apart if this is comfortable. So it's all dependent on your body. So we're trying to open the sacrum so that it's protected. We're going to take mountain posture just for a moment so that we can root ourselves. So energy down through the fingers. Arms about 45 degrees out. And now let's lift the heart. So there's this sense, and it's not just the sternum, it's the front edge of the spine in the chest. So lifting the heart space. We do this practice with a lotus flower mudra at the heart. So lifting into that space where your hands would be, but with the hands down. So drawing the heart up lifts you out of your pelvis. And let's reconnect to the upflow, downflow. So inhale, upflow, you can close the eyes. Exhale, downflow, rooting you in the earth, the peak of a mountain. So gently open the eyes. We're going to continue the breath and start to add our movements. So we'll just go up and down to begin. We inhale, flow up with the arms, come up onto demi-point, heels are lifted, and exhale, we squeeze down, and the arms just come down halfway to shoulder height. Inhale, squeezing up, and exhale, squeeze yourself down. So the heels only land at the end of the breath. Inhale, squeeze up. And exhale, squeeze down. So now we're going to add our twist. We inhale, squeezing up. And now we open the chest to the right side, but we're doing the same motion everywhere. Squeezing down, look back to your right arm. Inhale, upflow, lift your body. Exhale, opening to the left side, look back. Keep your hips shining forward if you can. Inhale, upflow. So now you've got the motion. Let's really focus on this upflow, downflow. Let it inform and carry the movement. So exhaling, downflow squeezes you down. Inhale, upflow to the center. Exhale, squeeze it down. Inhale, upflow. And we'll just do once more, right and left. My calves are feeling it. Inhale, back to center. Last time, stay with it if you can. Exhale. And inhaling, back up to center. We'll give the legs a bounce, maybe give them a shake. Oof, I should be doing more of that. Okay. Bringing the big toes back together, hands to prayer at heart center. We're going to take a tree posture here. So working our balance. So pressure gently through the palms. So this is going to open your chest, your shoulders. Heart is lifted again. And now let's lift under the buttocks. So right at the top here, just before where the pants normally sit, that's the muscle you want to engage. You might see that it brings your pelvis forward, and then you're more on top of your leg. So this will help you with your balance, your strength. And we're ready to move. We're going to inhale, peeling the right foot from the floor, and take your gesture for tree. So either sole of the foot to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh if you have room, but just not the knee. So if it's on the knee, go up or down. So now let the inhale start at the foot, come all the way up, lift the chest. So this is what's going to keep your tree proud. And now we're going to take the arms the long way round. So send them down first, and then up and open to the sides. So now rotate the little finger forward, let it open your back. So let it really hold and support your chest. So these muscles that were kind of just hanging out there, they have no option but to lift. You see that sense of lift in the heart. Right knee is working back. And don't worry if you're wobbling or falling. That's why trees are so strong, is because they move with the wind. We're going to take another inhale, let it lift up through your chest. Maybe it lifts your gaze. And then with control, coming back, hands down through center this time. So completing the circle. And then right foot comes to the mat. Preparing for the other side. Rooting into the right foot. And we're going to inhale, let the inhale lift the left foot. And taking your gesture, either ankle, calf, or inside thigh. Make sure you draw that knee back. And there is pressure between the sole of the left foot and the standing leg. You're pressing into it as though you're standing on the floor. Now reconnect to that upflow. And we'll take the arms the long way around with an inhale. Rotate the little fingers forward. Have a sway. Sorry, I saw a number of you swaying then when I fell. Rotate the small finger forward to lift your heart. Sense of upflow through the body. Maybe the next inhale is going to lift the chest higher and you look up. And then exhale, hands coming through heart center. And then we place the left foot down. Just give the legs a bounce. Maybe you're feeling it in the calf again. Wonderful. So we're going to make our way down. So coming again to the top of your mat, big toes touch. So we'll take a modified salutation to get us to the floor. Wonderful. Inhaling, flowing up with the arms. And exhale, downward flow, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up flat back. And now we'll just walk our feet back to the high plank. Hold the high plank. So we're going to take our side plank again today. So taking your right hand under the face and then right knee down to the mat. Coming onto the sole of the left foot, and we inhale, flow the chest open upwards, and breathe here. You can look up to the left thumb if you wish to challenge your balance. Left shoulder blade down the back, and now we're going to work our lower side waist, so the right side of the body, as though you're lying over a barrel or a ball. Lift that lower side waist up. One more inhale here, and then exhale, hand to the mat, coming through high plank again. Move the left hand to the center, left knee comes down now, and we inhale, which peels your chest open. It's that sense of rising with the breath. Maybe you're going to look up, right shoulder blade down the back. One more inhale here. And exhale back through high plank. So we'll hold the high plank for a few breaths, reaching heel to the crown of the head. So we've worked the sides of our core, and this is all of the core. So working hard here and breathing. One more inhale. You can take the knees down and exhaling to chaturanga, and then all the way to the belly. We're going to release the feet and take the hands under the shoulders, so fingertips are about in line with the nose, a bit further forward than the shoulders, and we're going to do our back strengthening exercises, get the back warm for our forward folds. So you can either do this with the hands down or the hands floating, and we inhale, lifting up, and exhale, soften down. So let's really ride that breath. Inhale, lift up, and exhale to soften down. Continuing with our breath. And like I said, you can take support of the fingertips or the hands, and you may not lift that high. You see what happened there? I tried to lift while I was talking and not breathing, and it wasn't possible. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. So these are basically sit-ups for the back. There should be no pinching in the back. And we'll just do two more. Last one. Wonderful. So to release the back, we take the big toes together, let the heels fall out back, so the hands to the floor by the buttocks, and we'll look to the left side. So right cheek is down. And now we're going to sway the hips side to side. This is a great way of releasing the lower back if ever you pull it. And we're going to switch our head to look to the right, so left cheek is down. Wonderful. So bringing ourselves onto our mat. So we're going to do our half bow again with the option to do a full bow. So half bow, we take our left forearm along the front edge of the mat, lifting our chest up. So we want there to be almost a right angle here. Maybe it'll be slightly sloping back. We're going to bend up the right foot and grab the ankle with the right hand. We're going to breathe here. And then as we exhale, kick up with the right foot. So this is opening the right shoulder, the quads, the pecs. One more inhale, exhale to kick. And softening it down, switching the forearms, so right forearm to the mat, Reach back with your left hand, grab the left ankle. We're going to take a breath here. And exhale, we kick up into that left foot. So if there's any pinching the back, lower your chest down or skip this out. So we don't want any mischief. One more deep inhale, exhale to kick. Wonderful, releasing the leg. So there's the option here to do full bow. You're more than welcome to just skip this out. We'll only be here for a few breaths, but for those of you who'd like to try, we reach back with both hands and grab both ankles, flex the feet. We take a deep inhale and exhale, kick both feet up. Breathing here. You may notice the body rocks as you inhale. We're going to take one more deep inhale, exhale to kick. And then releasing yourselves back to the mat. We'll take our back relaxing, so bring the big toes together, let the heels fall out. Backs to the hands by the buttocks. Right cheek is down and now sway your hips side to side. And switching cheeks, look the other way. Wonderful. Bringing the hands underneath your shoulders, we're going to push ourselves back up into tabletop and then ease back just for a moment in a child's posture. You can keep the forehead up, wriggling through the hips. Just ease out the lower back. Wonderful. So coming up again to our tabletop, we'll take our hips here and then we're going to sit down and do our forward folds in our seated staff posture. So I'll do the left foot first so that you can see the legs. So bringing the left foot forwards. So we're leaning into the right palm, turn the left toes out to 10 o'clock, take the left hand on the thigh, and we're easing the thigh open. So you're going to come up onto the blade edge, the outside edge of your left foot, flex the toes towards the knee to protect the knee, and we're breathing here. You can move your torso around, so you can find different places by doing so. If you're really open in the hips, you can come down onto the right forearm, maybe onto both forearms, it's up to you. I love this stretch, it's one of my favorites, especially early in the day or if you've been for a long walk. If you've got both forearms down, I can see a couple of you, you can push into your right foot and lift your right knee up. So just taking it a step further. Wonderful. So lifting back up, squaring that foot. So we're going to take our twist here that we've been doing. So you have the option to have the back knee down, the right knee down, or the right knee up. So leaning into the right hand. So inhale, upflow. Use the upflow to open the chest. So inhale, open up, twisting the left side open. And please do keep the right knee down if you need. And now see if you can access. Inhale for length, and exhale, you soften the chest open to the ceiling. So rather than fighting to twist, when you actually give in to the breath or surrender to the breath, you get so much more space. One more inhale, exhale, open the chest. And bring your left hand down. We're going to switch the legs. So take your opposite leg forward. You may not be the same as me. Set up your lunge, lean into your left palm. Now turn your right toes out to 2 o'clock. Right hand is on the thigh and guide the knee open. Come onto the blade edge of the right foot, flex the toes. And you can move around here. Feel into your glutes, your hips. Find some space. If you're really open, you can come onto the left forearm, maybe onto both forearms. And breathe here. And if you're on both forearms, Want to take it deeper, straighten the left leg so that the knee lifts. Wonderful. Lifting up onto the left hand, square the right toes to the front of the mat. So we're going to take our twist, so either with the left knee down or up, choose your variation, and then we'll access the upflow. So start the inhale first and let that be the impulse for the movement. So inhaling, sweep the right arm open. With each inhale, grow taller through that right arm. And the exhale, let the chest open. For another deep inhale, exhale. Wonderful. Take the right hand down. We're going to take the right knee back and then sit onto the right buttock, calming over into our staff posture. So finding yourself nice and tall, maybe you take the fleshy bits of your bum out so that you can feel your sit bones. Fingertips to the mat, either side of the buttocks. Spine tall, rising from the pelvis. So if the spine doesn't feel like it's straight, you may have a curve in the back. You can bend the knees up. You can also sit on a cushion or a block. And we're breathing here. So every time we inhale, flowing up, this lifting up out of the pelvis, out of the floor. Exhale, there's a softening down. So even though there's a softening, it's not a collapse. It's just a release, the flow of energy into the other direction. We'll take one more inhale here. And exhale, we're walking the hands forward. So we're hinging forward from the waist. You can still have your knees bent and either use the fingertips beside the knees or the calves, or if you can reach, you can hold the big toes, but we want the spine to be as straight as possible. So no hunching, keep the head proud, and we're breathing here. Inhale, upflow, lift the heart through the arms. Exhale, natural softening. Inhale, lifting the heart. 2 more breaths here. One more. And as we exhale, we let the head be heavy now, so we are now rounding the back. Let the head fall towards the shins or the knees. You may be quite upright. Just make sure the head is let go. Backs of the hands to the floor so that we're not tempted to try and force our way down. I can grab my feet and shove my head down, but let's breathe into our postures. Inhale, there'll be lift. And exhale, really focus on letting go as the energy moves down. And notice it sometimes takes a few breaths to let the body know what you mean by relaxing. So certain areas may still hold on, and then suddenly it's like, aha, I get it. Wonderful. One more deep inhale. Exhale, let go. And then as we inhale, use the inhale to rise up out of the pelvis. Wonderful. Give the legs a bit of a shake. So we're just going to do our quad stretch here, which you all know I love. So I'll turn to face you. So bending the right knee, taking the heel back. So we're in, it looks like someone who's jumping over a hurdle. So the right heel is as close to the buttock as you can bring it. And then we're leaning back into the hands. You can keep the left leg straight. You can also bend the left leg. You'll find it loosens the posture if you bend the leg. And we're leaning back. So if you can lie back on your elbows or get back as far as you can, then you're welcome to. This is pretty much all I've got. I neglect my, there we go, neglect my quads. And we're breathing here. We'll take a couple more breaths. Really try to let it go. I'm mostly saying that for my own benefit, to remind me. Wonderful. Easing onto the left side now to release the right leg. Sitting up tall. We're going to bend the left leg in now. Bring the heel into the buttocks. So doing the other side. And lean back onto the hands. And again, you can bend the right knee also so that the heel is in front of you. Or you can have the leg straight. And we're breathing here. Calming down as far as you're able. So Alistair can pretty much lie down in this posture. I cannot. It's coming on again. There's this like rising, bubbling hysteria that comes through me in these quad postures. Two more breaths here. One more. And then easing onto the right side. Release your left leg back to the front. We'll give them a shake. So we're going to make our way to our comfortable meditation posture and we'll finish with our breath work. So finding your comfortable base. So spine rising effortlessly out of the pelvis. And we'll reconnect with the breath just for a moment. And now let's come to the energetic body. I've been touching into this all class, so let's see if it's accessible today. So we'll find Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, so pelvic floor, lower belly, just a 30% lift. And try and maintain this light touch. And as you inhale, feel the upflow of energy through the body. Exhale, downflow. So now, rather than just feeling the flow, if you feel it, if you feel nothing, then this is also fine. But if you can feel something, also notice what this upflow and downflow does to the physical body, so the region of your chest, your arms, your shoulders, your head, the legs. Just see what an effect these different energies have. Wonderful. So we're going to start our double up wave. So this is when we inhale, filling the belly, then the middle part of the chest and the upper chest. But then we exhale from the belly, the middle chest, upper chest. So it's a double up flow. So we'll begin this practice now. So inhaling into the belly, holding in Uddiyana Bandha. This will help support a breath all the way up to the top. Exhaling from the belly first. Then continue with your breath. And keep going. So we do this practice, we're trying to reverse the downflow of energy in the body. That's why we do this practice. So I only say that so that you can just notice, does it change your experience of the upflow, downflow? So maintaining the double up wave of breath. Noticing what this does to the subtle energy of the body. Coming back to the bandhas if they've dropped out. So the lower belly, Uddiyana Bandha, will really help support a full breath. The rest of the belly is soft for room for the diaphragm. And we'll just do 3 more of these. Wonderful. So now letting go of the technique of the double up breath. Returning your breath to normal. And we'll just sit together a few moments in quiet meditation. You can check in with your body, mind and soma. See where you're at. So taking our awareness now to the space of the heart. So not the physical, the biological heart, but the heart center in the middle of the chest. Take a few breaths in here, and we'll use the secret breath or the pranic breath, which manifests from within rather than entering the nose. So you can use this visualization, just gently open the heart space. And it's from here that we make our dedication for our practice. So if you set an intention, or would like to dedicate it to a person or all people, draw this back to mind. And we take our hands either to heart center in prayer mudra, or left hand on the heart, right hand on top. And we send out the benefits of our practice, and that's what we bow out to each other and say thank you for our practice today.